Ever wonder what the sky thinks about, really thinks? Well, in the heart of the rolling green hills lived a farmer named Arthur who didn't just wonder, he asked every morning with the sun just peeking over the horizon. Arthur would tip his straw hat and start his day with a simple good morning sky. How'd you sleep? Now, the folks in the nearby town thought old Arthur was a bit peculiar. They'd see him out in his fields, leaning on his shovel, chatting away to the big blue expanse above. A bit of a dry spell we're having. A sky? He'd say, wiping his brow. My corn's getting thirsty. Think you could rustle up a few clouds for an old friend? And the funny thing was, the sky seemed to listen. Not with words, of course. The sky spoke in its own language. A gentle breeze might rustle the leaves. A soft reply that meant, I'm on it, Arthur. Or a flock of birds would swoop and dance. A playful, you got it. And more often than not, by afternoon, a few fluffy white clouds would gather as if summoned just for him and deliver a perfectly timed shower. Arthur's crops were always the greenest, his pumpkins the plumpest, and his sunflowers the tallest. He didn't have any fancy technology or secret fertilizers. His secret was his friendship with the sky. He treated it like his oldest, wisest companion. He'd share his worries, like the time a fence broke and his sheep went wandering. Saw which way they went. Did you, Sky? And a sudden sunbeam would illuminate a path through the woods, leading him right to his lost flock. He'd also share his joys. When his daughter came home from the city for a visit, he stood with her in the field and said, Sky, this is my Lily. Isn't she wonderful? The sunset that evening was the most spectacular anyone had ever seen. A masterpiece of pinks, oranges, and purples, as if the sky was blushing with pride. But Arthur's most important conversations were about the simple things. He'd watch the clouds drift by and say, You're looking thoughtful today. Sky painting some beautiful pictures up there. He saw more than just water vapor. He saw stories, dreams, and moods. He saw a lonely wisp of a cloud and would comfort it. Don't you worry, little fella. Your friends are just over that hill. One year, a big storm was predicted. The kind of storm that sent everyone else running for their cellars. The winds howled, and the sky turned a dark, angry gray. The townsfolk huddled in their homes, worried for their roofs and their farms. But Arthur, he just put on his raincoat, walked out into his field, and looked up. All right, Sky, he said, his voice calm but firm. I know you're upset. You've got a lot to let out, but be gentle with us, will you? We're a bit fragile down here. He stood there for a long time, just talking, a tiny figure against a massive, churning canvas. And while the storm did come, it was different. The rain fell hard and steady, nourishing the earth without flooding it. The wind blew strong, but it seemed to dance around Arthur's farm, leaving his barn and his home untouched. By morning, the storm had passed, leaving behind a world that was washed clean and a brilliant, hopeful rainbow stretching from one end of the valley to the other. Arthur didn't see it as a miracle. He saw it as a conversation, a give and take. He understood that you can't just take from the world. You have to give back, even if it's just a kind word in a moment of your time. He taught us that the greatest connections aren't always with the people right in front of us. Sometimes they're with the quiet, vast, and beautiful things that are always there, just waiting for someone to look up and say hello. So next time you're outside, take a moment, look up, maybe ask the sky how its day is going. You might be surprised by the answer you get. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to look up.